The 2014 World Cup season opened up with some new opportunities for riders when Marianne Vos decided that she would be skipping the first 3 rounds. Really opened up the doors to new riders who may be challenging for that top spot in the World Cup. Had riders like Emma Johansson, Anna van der Breggen, and Lizzie Armistead all shooting for that top spot. Ronde van Drenthe was round 1, and the Rabobank team was definitely out to show their force and strength. We saw some very aggressive tactics from them. Rabobank sent 2 riders up the road with Iris Lappendel and Anna van der Breggen, and that attack was really one of the big key moments of the race. Behind, though, Boels-Dolman rider Ellen van Dijk put in a massive effort to try to bring them back. She helped bring her teammate, Lizzie Armistead, up, who was able to then attack.
This is a stunning move, and it looks to me like Johansson is trying to go with her, but she hasn't got the legs to get there, and Armistead now in full flight across the top of the climb. Armistead just a few seconds now behind the leader. Can she get across?
Coming down to the line, it was Anna van der Breggen and Lizzie who put on an amazing sprint and took a clear victory there at round 1. Tour of Flanders is the race that every rider wants to win. Boels-Dolman had an incredibly strong team, and they sent Ellen van Dijk, who's the 2013 world champion, out on the attack.
Here onto the Eau de Quaremont, and Ellen van Dijk now has to concentrate, put the pressure on, and keep the pace on and stay away.
And that was a great move that allowed them to then have Lizzie wait and then play off of anyone who would chase. So they had 2 great options, and Ellen van Dijk was able to come across the line as the victor, and also Lizzie then able to actually sweep up the 2nd place off of chasing Emma Johansson. So that further padded her lead in the World Cup overall. So a pretty impressive day for the Boels-Dolman squad there. Round 4 of the World Cup was the Flèche Wallonne, featuring the Mur de Huy, which is one of the most iconic finishes. We have the overall World Cup leader Lizzie Armistead very strong in the lead, but we have the re-emergence of Marianne Vos into the World Cup, her first race back. Coming into the final ascent of the Mur de Huy, there was a significant attack from Linda Willemsen, who goes clear, with a secondary attack by Tiffany Cromwell, Specialized Lululemon, setting things up, which both of those attacks ultimately failed to get them over to the top where the real action occurred.
The World Cup leader, Lizzie Armistead, hits the front. Here comes Pauline Ferrand-Prevot. It's going to be a drag race all the way to the line, and the teammate of Marianne Vos is going to win the biggest race of her career so far. She sits up. She takes the 17th Flèche Wallonne. What a stunning win by the rider from France, from Rabobank Live.
One of the main protagonists early on, Emma Johansson, failed to have a strong showing, and the gap to the leader Lizzie Armistead was growing larger. Round 6 of the 2014 World Cup was the Sparkassen Giro in Germany, a course that would look to be suited towards sprinters. We had missing Lizzie Armistead, who was at the Commonwealth Games, and so that opened the door potentially for Emma Johansson to gain points back on the current leader. She was clear for a bit, but was overhauled and set up a significant sprint victory for Marianne Vos.
Marianne Vos now is going to try and take this victory. Look at this. She's flat out. Bronzini going late. Marianne Vos looks round. The world champion takes the win.
The road race in Sweden was a great opportunity for Emma Johansson to make a significant impact on Lizzie Armisted's lead. A final large attack 3K out from Roxanne Knetemann looked to be the winning move when a massive counterattack from Chantal Black took the victory for the Specialized Lululemon team. Back in the group, there was a 2-place difference between Lizzie Armisted over Emma Johansson, which was effectively sealing the World Cup overall win at that point. The final round of the 2014 World Cup is held at the GP Plouay, which is one of the most demanding courses. The race saw an animated Vos at the front of the race trying to orchestrate her team and work with them to achieve a success, which they were ultimately able to do with Lucinda Brand.
This rider has not taken a World Cup this season, but she has very much deserved it today. Lucinda Brand is the winner here in Plouay, and that's a celebration, isn't it? What a fantastic victory from the Dutch rider.
The 2014 Women's World Cup season ended up with a different winner on top of the podium at each of the rounds. Lizzie showed that she's clearly on par when she's on form to be competing for those wins against Marianne Vos and everyone else. Another, really big highlight, of course, is the win by Pauline Ferrand-Prevot, who then went on to the World Championship title. It's going to be exciting to see the new teams that are now starting to form moving into 2015, and maybe some of the bigger teams, kind of almost, you might say, super teams that are kind of developing between Bigla and Bolsdomen and Rabobank and maybe Orica qualifying in there. And hopefully the trickle down is that more of those sponsors see that the opportunity for exposure is significant, and that there are next year in 2016 6 or 8 teams of that bigger size, all super teams pushing forward and bringing more quality racing out there to be seen.